I don't really know what this word is coming or becoming. It's terrible. Look at atrocities everywhere, people dying every day. There's hardly any day you check the news without the breaking news. It's terrible. Can you see that lady in this picture? That beautiful girl. Her name is Sophia Adegorukere. She just got killed in cold blood in a hotel within Ozoro area. It's so pathetic. Now, if you've been following me on YouTube, you'll find out I've been talking on a whole lot of atrocities, wars, and issues surrounding value erosion that has befallen or bedeviled our clients today. It is really terrible, and if nothing is done about this, it creates strong room for worries. A few weeks ago, I did a series on what parents should do to protect their world in a war-filled or crazy campus environment. That video went viral. A lot of people called me from all over, appreciating me for that video. Yes, it's no longer news for us today that parents have lost control over children of this current generation. Thank God for technological advancement. Get to understand the times we are, because the primordial time is no longer the same as the current era. Children today, they've gone haywire. Now today we talk of Yahoo, we talk of a whole lot of things happening in the campus. We can't just afford the cost of being too busy for us to ignore a whole lot of things happening around our children. For you, mother, or you father out there, you are a parent, you have a ward in the university, in any of the campuses all over this country. Now, the kind of lifestyle many of them live is different from what you know. Many of these children today in the campus, they have dual personality. There are parents today who can vouch for their children that, wow, this my daughter cannot do. I know my daughter very well. I know my son very well. But the truth of the matter is your son or your daughter, is different from the son or the daughter in the campus. But the question is, do we really show concern and care regarding how these children live their lives on campus? Do we really have, first-class information about these children when they leave the shores of our homes? There are a lot of factors out there that can actually vitiate, the psychology of these children, that can, guide them on the negative path. Life is all about influence. It's either your child is influencing someone or someone is influencing your child. But when the child is no longer under your auspices, I think the current generation and the current era demands parents showing more concern about how their children are going on campus. Now, I gave some tips, on that video on what parents should do. Now, this girl that just died, Sophia, you ask a question, does she not have a family? She has a family. Perhaps the parents actually took time to groom her in a positive direction. But at the campus, so many things would have happened to her. You just can't tell. Now, when you think your daughter is in campus, sometimes she's with one sugar daddy in Abuja or, somewhere else, unknowingly to you. So this is a terrible manifestation, and something has to be done about it. Parents, you just have to wake up, because the realities are changing. The value system is gone. Over 50% of ladies on campus today are into one hookup or the other. And I also want to say this here. It's so potentially damaging that many of these young girls on campus, their parents just push them into the university without means of livelihood, without even support for them. It will amaze you to find out that many of these girls on campus, they are unable to even pay their school fees sometimes. So they have to hustle, but rather than taking to the positive part of hustling, some of them see prostitution as a quick way to get money to satisfy their desires. Then psychologically, so many of them have been so badly dented or affected that they believe in life of luxury when they do not even have the means. Now, many of them, you are not born with silver spoon, but you want to put on bone straight. And bone straight, the cheapest bone straight, you'll be talking about 150,000 and above. Where do you expect, such kind of money to come from? So some of them, when they develop this appetite for conspicuous consumption, you see them, taking to various kind of profanities, to get this money, achieved. So many of our ladies in campus today, When you think they're in lecture halls, when you think they're in their hostels, no, they are far away. Now, just like the case of Sophia with a guy in a hotel room, is potentially damaging. So parents, you have to step up your game, because the truth of the matter is no longer how it used to be. And I want to advise parents on an ed note that, as a parent, you have a child in the university. Develop an attitude of always checking up on the child. Set up people to help you watch over this child from time to time. It has nothing to do with, being too possessive or over monitoring the child. In fact, you need to over monitor your child in this crazy campus environment of today. It's very important. Set up people close to our hostel to know when this child leaves, the kind of vehicle that takes this child off, when this child is in the hostel and all that. And try as much as you can to always pay surprise visit to this child. I've always said that it's very important. Pay surprise visit. When the child is not expecting it, pay a visit. Find a lecturer that will always check. Find students. Be interested in the choice of friends they make. Their friends, you must know their friends. Then find a lecturer who will always give you information about this child. Why? In the campus environment. And in hostel environment, find people who live close by who can also give you first class information. Most importantly, pay a surprise visit to this child when the child is not expecting. So it will enable you to know this child more. Then finally, make your child your friend. Let the child open up to you. And always take care of the need of the child. A situation where students are not the ones sending money to their parents to take care of their parents, then meaning is a deliberate kind of institutionalized prostitution that you are sending this child. And that's the situation we find ourselves. Many of these girls on campus find themselves today, and it's pathetic. So parents, you have so much work to do. Thank you very much for staying tuned to me. We'll put a stop to it here today. Kindly subscribe to my channel and encourage your friends to do so. Thank you very much, and keep flying. See your friend, Marcos Ikure.